when it involves members who are part of the government, you can as well call them to order and resolve such conflict. That is the reason why you were given such position. But in this case, he was part of those who want to know what is happening in the finance. And now that there are discrepancies, or now that there are misunderstandings, how are you going to resolve it? Because you have already taken sides. Now that you are aligning with the European rep to come against the acting prime minister, and if at all they say you could resolve the conflict, how are you going to resolve the conflict? Because you have already taken sides. So you see, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. It is condemnable what the CRC chairman have put himself in, and to make him to lose the respect and love that Biafrans accorded him in time past when our PM was here, because he should have demonstrated that non-partisanship in discharging of his duties as the CRC chairman. But unfortunately, he fell like a pack of cards. He had destroyed the reputation that the Biafran people, the reputation that that office has. He had destroyed it, and it is quite unfortunate. It is quite unfortunate. And one striking thing about what happened was that before this issue came out, or before it blows open into the social media, there are things that led to it. Things that Biafra, we can't imagine how we got to this stage. Immediately after the Finland Convention, Adadio Oramma and I don't know, they became part of NGOZI Orabueze's group. They were the ones who created chaos in Brgie. They promoted NGOZI. They promoted NGOZI to the extent that they said that, oh, NGOZI is the right person that should replace Prime Minister until Prime Minister rejoins us. These people who are illiterate, they don't actually understand how government works. They did not even remember that we have a charter that guides us or guides the government through for this restoration. It is the same Adadio Oramma. Adadio Oramma, we Remigius and Biafran Unite, that long time started talking against this government, started talking against Ogechukwu Nkere. They were the trumpeters. They were the most that were used by, do I say, all these coup plotters to go to the media and test the waters. They were asked to come and test the waters and see Biafran's reaction. So Adadio Oramma and Remigius and Biafra Unite started shouting that, the defense, that the homeland, the de facto government in the homeland, the Biafran Defense Forces, they are not being taken care of. Oh, that the account that the government is using, that money is not getting to them, that the account should be changed. When they started that, Biafrans were like, what are these people saying? Adadio Oramma was even saying that, in her live program, that if need be, that she is going to bring an account. It is really laughable. Adadio Oramma, you are going to bring an account for people to pay money to you. As what? As the acting prime minister now, who is in charge of Biafran land, or as what? They started pushing this narrative in the social media. Later, they now started accusing Ogechukwu Nkere. Oh, he is high-handedness. He is not doing the right thing. The money that they are sending is not getting to the men on ground. That Ogechukwu Nkere is eating money. Therefore, Ogechukwu Nkere should be impeached or should be removed from office. This is the narrative that Adadio Oramma, Biafra Unite, and Remigius were preaching. While the good plotters were, they were testing the waters to see the reaction of Biafrans. And trust me now, trust Biafrans. Biafrans started lambasting Adadio Ramma, started lambasting Biafra Disunite, started lambasting Remigius. Because we actually know, try to reason. What are these people talking about? The Biafran de facto government in the homeland, the Biafran Defense Forces have not for one day come out and say that they are not getting their logistics. The chairman of the Biafran Defense Council, Mazi Success, has not come out openly to say that they are not getting logistics, that the men are not feeding well, that they are lacking granite, even as we know that the donation that is being made is not, is limited, They are not getting all the resources they need because the Biafrans actually are not donating as it's supposed to be. They have not come out to tell the world or tell Biafrans that they are not getting logistics. They have not come out to complain that Ogechukwu Nkere is not attending to them well whenever they ask or they require anything. So what is this call for Ogechukwu step down and this call for new accounts? Where is it coming from? Where was it coming from? And we now saw when Rafa Jere was telling on social media that nobody should address acting prime minister as His Excellency. We started putting two things together. We now came to realize that Rafa Jere was working with Adadio Ramma secretly, and some cabinet members. They were working with Adadio Ramma, working with Biafra Unite, and working with Remigius. When they have cabinet meetings, whatever information or resolution that was reached, they will now pass that information to Adadio Ramma, who is not a part and parcel of the Biafran government cabinet. So you find out that whenever information is coming out, we hear it from people who are not part of the government. And we are like, what is actually going on? What is actually playing out? What is happening, my people? We were surprised that Adadio Ramma, Remigius, and Biafra Unite, we are focused on carrying all manner of attacks against Ogechukwu Nkere, against our government. And we were trying to find out what is actually playing out until we now discovered that it was members of the cabinet who are not in good terms. Not that they are not in good terms with Ogechukwu Nkere, but for the singular reason that they want to know they want to poke nose into the account. They want to know what is happening in the account. And Ogechukwu Nkere is not giving them that opportunity at all. And that is how it should be, because everything about account and our defense is confidential. Confidential in the sense that it is only meant for at least two persons that are trusted. Okay, Success is there. Okay, Chukwu Nkere is there. One of the ladies that was part of the trusted, that we are at the initial stage that our prime minister linked with the defense, Diane Ene. She was part of those who sabotaged and went with NGOZI. And she was the woman who even screenshotted the account balance and sent it to the net and sent it out. An information that is confidential, this woman screenshotted it and sent it out to the whole world to see how much we have in our balance, which is an act of sabotage on the government. So now, this time around, having seen all these things, having witnessed all these abnormalities, having witnessed this kind of sabotage against our government, they now want Ogechukwu Nkere. They now want Ogechukwu Nkere to now bring in more people to know about what is happening in that account. And Ogechukwu Nkere said, no, this is not how it is done. This is not how the Prime Minister wants it done. As a matter of fact, anything of account is confidential. He is in charge of the account. So there is no cause for alarm. But these people insisted. They insisted, and when they are not getting their way, they now planned to take Ogechukwu out. They now planned to invade the account. They now planned and went as far as changing the account backstage. These people have committed treason against our nation. and they will certainly pay for this atrocity. They will certainly pay for this sabotage. So, Biafrans, I want you to understand that what you see playing out is no other thing but an act of sabotage. The men and women that are involved, they want to destroy our government. They want to know what is happening in the defense of our land. They want to know where men get their granite. They want to know where men get their supplies. They want to know which route their supply reaches them. They want to know how much is involved. They want to know how much is it. You can imagine that. These are classified information that if it is possible, only one person is supposed to have it so that when it leaks, we know where it is coming from. When it leaks, we know who is actually involved. And in order for them to execute their plan, what they came out with, these people were very, very cunning. They were very, very cunning. They think they can deceive Biafrans and go scot-free. We are very, very wise. So after all planning all these things, what they want to do, what they are doing, and you know what they did? They now went to Finland. They now went to one of our prime minister's court sections. All of them went to Finland, to deceive Biafran that, they went to Finland, they discussed this with prime minister, so that when they come out and say this should happen, people will now reflect back, oh, yes, after all, these people were in Finland. Maybe they have spoken with the prime minister and the prime minister agreed on it. That was why they went to Finland. They took pictures with the prime minister. They tried to deceive Biafrans to believe on them. To believe on them. They tried to deceive the prime minister to believe on them, so that they will use it against the Biafran people. They will use it to say, oh, when Biafrans try to revolt against them, Biafrans will now be thinking, after all, these people went to Finland and took pictures with our prime minister, but they don't know. They don't know. They don't know that whatever we are doing is spiritual. And it is spiritual that controls the physical. And there is no way evil can triumph over good. So whatever evil plan they had going to Finland failed on arrival, because even in Finland, the way our prime minister was looking at them, it came, and people were using it to make statements, unpleasant statements against them. The way our prime minister was even eyeing them. You were looking at them. So people were just using it to make some videos and say, oh, this kind of look is not okay. That something is actually wrong here, that the prime minister is suspecting these people. And actually, prime minister suspected them. And it was a very wonderful message to get that kind of look from our prime minister. So when this sabotage eventually came to the limelight, when they now went and changed their account, and put I don't know who was saying at the initial stage that she would like to go into the account to know what is happening. So when they now went backstage, connive with Azubike, the webmaster, who was supposed to protect the integrity of a nation. I don't know if it were in America that this kind of thing happened, Azubike would be in jail as I'm talking to you now. Azubike will be answering questions to the government of America. But it's not yet over, because we are still in diaspora, we are still in exile. Once we have our freedom, all these people are going to face, litigation against the Biafran people. They are going to answer to the Biafran people why they played a fast one on our government, why they tried to destroy our government. Assuming it's in America, this website is a confidential. You don't need to change it without the consent of the person who asked you to build it in the first place. You don't need to change it. You have to take authority. Your go-ahead order must come from the government, the prime minister. or the acting prime minister before you can do that, because he is the head of the government. But Azubike was deceived, and he went and changed the website backstage in order to continue implement their evil plans against our government. So when this their evil came out in social media, Biafrans now reflected back to the reason why they went to Finland. Biafra now reflected back to the reason why Adadio Oranjo, Remy Juice, and the Biafra Unite were spearheading the fight against Ogechukwu Nkere. Biafrans were now convinced that members of the cabinet who don't love Ogechukwu Nkere was actually engineering Adadio Oramma to start this castigation, to start this fight against our acting prime minister. We are now convinced that it was orchestrated by the likes of Imam Maduabo, the European rep Obi, and a host of others, including Ralph Ijere, who is their spokesperson. Somebody that betrayed the prime minister and later came and begged for forgiveness. The prime minister now bring him in, even gave him a position as the deputy information minister. This guy still have the effrontery to come out again to start fighting the government that made him, to start fighting the government that gave him a platform for Biafrans to even take him back for the second time. It is quite unfortunate, and even fighting or biting the finger that is feeding him, because Ogechukwu Nkere that he's carrying out all manner of propaganda against have been a very big helper to him and family. But he's now using it against Ogechukwu Nkere, that he was bribing him. He was bribing you as what? Are you the commissioner of knowledge, or are you the kingmaker? So how is Ogechukwu bribing you? Because Ogechukwu was elected by 57 members of the cabinet to be the acting prime minister. So how did he bribe you? Ralph Ijere, it's a question that everybody should be asking him. Everybody is asking you. All this information, all this cabinet meetings that you are trying to bring to the general public, what good is it going to make to you? You are trying to destroy your government, a government that you say you love. You say you are fighting for freedom. You say you want to be free. And you see a platform that the government of Biafra is using to fight for the freedom of their people, and you want to destroy it. You are fighting against our acting prime minister. You are fighting against your minister of information. You are fighting against everything. Is that how it is done? You think you are going to succeed? All of you are failures. All of you have failed, because the Biafran people, we are wiser. And there is nothing you people do that will make us to accept whatever you people are doing. It is not going to happen. Not today, not tomorrow. We are here to make sure that Biafra is restored. We are here to help Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa to destroy Nigeria. And the only way we can destroy Nigeria is through this Biafran Republic government in exile, making sure that we support what our government is doing. What our government is doing to delegitimize Nigeria in our land. That is what we are focused on. Not all this social media propaganda you people are carrying up and down. Ogechukwu Nkere remains the acting prime minister. Nothing can change it. He's been tested and he is trusted. If our prime minister did not trust him, Ogechukwu Nkere will not be the finance minister, because finance is the bedrock of every society, every organization, every government. For you to be entrusted with the finance of a government, it means that there is a level of trust that the person, that the government trusted on you. That is why they entrusted you with that responsibility. So Ogechukwu Nkere is an employer of labor. Okay? He has it all. He is not a hungry man. So you want them to come and give you the finance minister. One of the complaints that they are making now is that, oh, he is the finance minister, he is the acting prime minister, he is this, he is that. And so what? In the first place, the only position that he has is the finance minister. APM is just on acting capacity. He is not in charge of the de facto government in the homeland. He is not in charge of the defense. He doesn't give instructions. So what are you talking about? It's not envy and jealousy that is propelling all this hatred against our acting prime minister. All these coup plotters. All these coup plotters. Una shame, they shame me. Una shame, they shame me. Our land is under siege. The Fulanis are coming to Biafra land to kill people, kidnap our people, destroy our properties. The Fulanis are planning how to take over our land. The Fulanis are planning how to take over your villages that you left and went abroad for how many years? Whether you build houses in abroad, there is no place like home. I want all of you to understand. There is no place like home. So why the Fulanis are planning how to take over our land? Why the Fulanis are killing our people? And why our government is trying to make sure that our people are not killed anymore? The only thing that you can do as somebody who is part of the government, the only thing you can do is to be looking into the account of your country. Why the Fulanis are killing your people? Are you not foolish? Are you sensible at all? Eh? Are you sensible at all? Your house is on fire. And what you are busy doing is you are focusing on the finance of your country. You are not focusing on what am I going to do to make sure that we prevent all these people from taking over our land. It is quite unfortunate. These people are really Fulanis in disguise. They are Fulanis in our midst. How did we get here? Oh, Tutos, thank you so much. Tutos, you saw what happened yesterday. I know you were amazed. Emmanuel, thank you for joining me. Yes, I don't know. These professors, they don't understand that APM is on acting capacity. I don't know whether their brain no reach for that level. That our APM is on acting capacity. He's not the prime minister. He is acting for prime minister until when prime minister rejoins us. Okay? So they don't know. And we have to educate them because their professorship is questionable. Like Tuta said, their professorship, we don't know where they get all this, their professor degree. Maybe they just add it to their titles. Yes, so God disgraced them, my sister Tutus. It was really massive yesterday. It was really massive. And they are hiding. Don't worry, sister, you need to say she will open space very soon so that we will go there and lambast them. Foolish people, useless people, professors without degrees, professors who did not go to school. In America, where have you seen a professor in America involving in politics? Where? Where? In America, in Europe, in Asia, you only see professors with the work that they have done. You see their inventions. You see the books they have written. You see the discovery they have made that can change lives of people. But in Africa, professors are used to rig election. Professors are used to carry out coup. Professors are used against the government. Useless people. They go school just for nothing. They just add degree to their title. And that finishes it all. There is nothing that you can bring now and say, oh, this discovery was made by Professor this and Professor that. No. It's only when you see election come now, Professor carry ballot paper, ballot box now, all the professors in Nigeria will now come back and start saying where are they going to follow to go and rig election. That is the only thing that they are known for in Africa. In our own struggle, professors who should be there to guide the people, at least to bring their expertise and bring what they learned from school to bear in our Biafran's restoration project. They will come here to fight against our government. They are coming here to topple the government. That is the work that they are doing. Professors, my foot. Biafrans are very wise now. Biafrans are knowledgeable. And there is nothing that any of them can do to change the mind of Biafran. They are now running helter-skelter. They are ashamed. They shame me now. They are ashamed. They are ashamed of themselves because they know they fucked up big time. Because Chukwu Okike-Abịama was on our side. Our acting Prime Minister Oge Chukwunkere have not done anything wrong. So why should they crucify him? Why should they come against our acting Prime Minister Oge Chukwunkere? Because he doesn't want to let them know what the finance is all about and what our defense is all about. Because it is a classified information. It's a confidential information that will destroy a state. And besides, every one of us know when Musa was being interviewed and when Musa was calling on the Nigerian government that if they can come against the source of our financing, that is the only way they can destroy what we are doing. If they can come against the finance, that is the only way they can destroy what we are doing, the finance and defense. Musa was saying that. So it's the same finance and defense that these people are focusing on. So that means that they are working with the Nigerian state. They are working with the Nigerian government. That is what it means. Because NGOZI focused on finance, NGOZI focused on our defense. She failed. Even these people now that we are they are now coming for their own accountability stuff. They also fought NGOZI. They also were among those who were castigating NGOZI for trying to know what is in the defense and the finance. Then all of a sudden, when they saw that NGOZI failed, they are the ones coming now to do that which NGOZI failed to do. That means somebody is somewhere engineering them to do all these things. But one thing is very, very certain. They are never going to succeed. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because Biafra is an ordained project of Chukwu Okike-Abịama. Biafra is the land of God itself. Biafra is the kingdom of God on this planet Earth. So are you trying to tell me that man will stop the kingdom of God from coming? Not even devil can stop it. So they can only try, which they have been trying. They have tried their possible best to stop Biafra from coming. They tried to sabotage our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They tried to sabotage our prime minister. They now try to sabotage Oge Chukwunkere. They can never succeed. And they will pay the price for this sabotage. No forgiveness. Like our sister Tuto said, there is no time for forgiveness for anybody. There is no time for forgiveness for anybody. At this time, we are very much angry with what is happening in our land. And the only thing that you people can focus on is our account and our defense. Two key areas that is sustaining our land. Two key areas that is very, very confidential. That is the only place that you people are focusing. You want to know what is in our account. I don't know. We'll go and rest. That woman should go and relax. They are shameless people. We want to know our account. We want to know our finance. For what? The finance of a nation is not brought public. Neither is their defense mechanisms also brought in the public domain. Everything about their defense and the finance are confidential information. So why would our own be different? This is what you people should know. So no matter what you do, they have all failed even before arriving. So Biafrans, I know you saw how it rained last night. It was very, very massive, very, very interesting. And that is why you should know that the Biafran Republic government, NEZA, is on the right track. That Ogechukwu Nkere is doing the right thing because Biafran trooped out a mass to support the government. This is the only government that we have. This is the only government that is speaking for us. No other government whatsoever, and no other person that is standing for the Biafran people. And that is why we must do everything to support Ogechukwu Nkere and this government, so that our Prime Minister will come out, our leader will come out, and together we are going to destroy Nigeria eventually. We are going to destroy Nigeria eventually because a lot of our people have died at the cost of this freedom. Even as I speak with you now, people are being intimidated in our land. People are being harassed in our land. What is their crime? They committed no crime. They committed no crime. The only criminal activity people that the Nigerian government will say we committed is being Biafrans. The land of our ancestors. These people are in our land, trying to take over our land. These people are killing our people, displacing communities, kidnappings happening here and there, harassment and intimidation in the land of our ancestors. And this is what we are fighting against. This is the reason why we must donate to the Biafran Defense Forces so that they are going to evict all these people for our land. That is the reason for the fundraising. And if you are a Biafran, you are hearing the sound of my voice anywhere that you are all around the world. If you have not been supporting this government, this is the time to support government. If you have not been supporting government, Biafran Republic government, NEZA, if you have been sitting on the fence, I want you to know that sitting on the fence will not help you. When the Fulanis come to your community, when they invade your communities, they don't ask you whether you are a Biafra or you are not a Biafra. They don't ask you whether you are supporting Biafra or you are not supporting Biafra. No. They kill you. They buy you. They take away your life. They don't give a damn. Because to them, you are a Biafran. And there is no two ways about it. Are you not a Biafran? Of course, you are a Biafran. So, if you are sitting on the fence, I want you to know that your contribution may go a long way in making sure that your land is protected. That is why you should not be sitting on the fence. You have our counties in our homeland. We have the Biafran de facto government in the homeland. Try to associate with your state. Try to know your counties so that you can be paying your BLT, Biafran Liberation Task. This is very, very important. Our people, another one. You people should know that the fight that we are fighting is for the liberation and the freedom of our land. There is no two ways. Nobody is. We are not doing it just because we just want to do it. No. Our people have died enough, and our people are dying. If we don't do what we are doing, our land will be overrun. If you don't do what we are doing, the Fulanis will take over our land. If we don't do what we need to do, you will stay in America. You will stay in Europe. You will stay in Asia. That building that you have in your village, the Fulanis will occupy them. If you don't do what you need to do and defend your land, your women and your children, all these Fulani uncircumcised would run them over, take them as wives, and born children. By the time you come, you don't be Muslim, be that. They don't convert you to Al-Majiri. They don't convert you to Islam. And there is nothing you can do. And this is why we must rise up and make sure that they do not succeed in this Islamic agenda. That is why it is painful when our people that are supposed to join hands together, and make sure that we win this fight, and make sure that we dislodge these Fulanis from our land. They are busy looking at accounts. They are busy asking for finance. As if finance, if they tell you the finance, what are you going to do about it? Agwagodigi, okay, I'm going to $1,000 in our account. Do you want to double it? Do you want to double it, I ask? Why are you so fixated on knowing how much that we have in account? If you don't have any ulterior motive, if the agenda is not to sell out to the Nigerian government. So my wonderful people and Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world, I so much appreciate every one of you that was at the fundraising yesterday. It rained massively. It was Chukwu Okike Abiyama, to his glory that it happened. The good plotters were put to shame. They were all put to shame, and they will continue to be put to shame. Our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere was vindicated. Our information minister was also vindicated. And all the ministers who were standing on the path of truth, they were all vindicated. But those, the accountability group, the coup plotters, they were all put to shame. And their shame will know no bound. They have started diminishing return, and they will continue to fall. Biafran people have known them for who they are and will never repose any trust on them anymore. It is quite unfortunate that it's happening at this time. But then, it is part of the process that we need to pass through in order to get to our destination. And anaga, those who will fall by the wayside will continue to fall by the wayside. Those who will fall by the wayside will continue to fall by the wayside. But we are going to our destination. There is nothing anybody can do that will stop the Biafra from coming. Although, there is nothing you can do. Emma Madabu, there is nothing you can do. Adadio Ramma, you are already a failure. Remigius, you guys have failed. Biafra disunite, you are already a failure. Rafa Jere, you have even failed before you started. You see, there is nothing any one of you can do to stop Biafra from coming. You can only rant on social media after 2 weeks. Enyegi, the IPOB treatment, like our leader said. Biafran people will forget about you. That is one thing that our people knows better how to do it. You come out and rant and rant and rant. Oh, only 2 weeks. Nobody will be listening to you again. You will fade. He get fade like Akpa. You just fade out. That is actually what happened to a lot of them that tried to destroy what Mazen Nandi Kanu did. Where is Tony Nadi today? Where is Omoyomio today? Where is Chinasa Nworudem? Where is all Ashton Abanyim them? All these people that try to fight against us, where are they today? All of them have faded out. So why do you think that you are not going to fade, Rafa Jere? Why do you think that, all this propaganda you are carrying on social media, that you are going to last for the next 1 week? Bet you mean you can only last maybe this week, if at all you reach the end of this week. You will just fade out. Biafra is a spirit. You people don't know. Biafra is a spirit. At the end of the process, you will fade out like cloth. You just fade out. Nobody will remember you again. Nobody will even think about you again. We drop you in the trash can of history, in the dustbin. We drop you in the dustbin because you destroy yourself by yourself. You destroy yourself by yourself. Accountability Group 2025. That is the only thing that you people are focusing on. Account, money, defense, money, defense. Who did you people all these things? Useless, idiotic people. There is no way you can deceive Biafrans. Biafrans are formidable. Biafrans know the truth. Biafrans know who is fighting for them. Biafrans know who is standing for them. Biafrans know who is speaking for them. In this case, Ogechukwu Nkere is speaking for the Biafran people. Ogechukwu Nkere is standing for the Biafran people. Ogechukwu Nkere is making sure that the plight of the Biafran people are known by the American congressmen and women. That is the job that he has come to do, working closely with our allies, the Amazonia, the Eritrea, including with our lobbyists and attorneys to make sure that Biafra is recognized. That is what he is doing. So you are trying to distract him. You all are trying to distract him from his focus, but you already have failed. You have already failed before you started. So it is quite unfortunate that the people that we so much respect when our Prime Minister was here are now turning out to be the enemies of our freedom. It's quite unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But then, it is God's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Yes, because if you people can now come out and fight openly our finance and our defense, it speaks volumes of who you people are working for. It speaks volume of actually who you people are working with. And we have now understood that you are working for Nigerian government and you are also working with NGOZI Orabueze. Since after the litigation against NGOZI Orabueze, that is when all this fight started brewing inside the Biafran cabinet. Because you people were having, contact with NGOZI. You don't want NGOZI to face the law. That is why you want Ogechukwu Nkere to go out of the way so that NGOZI litigation will not go free, will not go ahead. But you people have failed. NGOZI will surely pay for the atrocities against our government and our Prime Minister. And all of you that have joined her at this time, this is Accountability 2025. One after the other, you people will answer for your sabotage against our people. But I want to remind you that Biafran Republic government in exile is standing very strong. And nothing can shake us. We are unshakable. We are very, very unshakable. And our acting Prime Minister goes nowhere. Ogechukwu Nkere is the man that the people love. Is the man that the people have chosen. Is the man that the people are listening to. Is the man that the people obeys at this particular time. Not to CRC, not to advisory committee, not European whatever. No. We have a government that follows the rule of law. We have a government that respects the charter. We have a government that abides by the bylaws. And we have an acting Prime Minister that whatever he does, he has to consult the Biafran charter, he has to consult the Biafran bylaws. And that is why the truth is always, he is being vindicated for any action and activity that he is embarking upon in the race for this our freedom. So, brother, good morning from here, Biafra Free Energy Tech. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, my brother. It's quite unfortunate about these people. They will hear from us in a very louder voice. This time around, they don't know that our freedom is uncompromisable. We can never compromise our freedom. Our freedom, we can never change it with anything. And we are not joking with our freedom because our people have died. A lot of families lost their loved ones because of Biafran restoration. A lot of families died because of this freedom. So anybody that comes against this our freedom, we are going to come against that person. It doesn't matter who you are. So all of you that have stood up, gearing up against our freedom, against our acting prime minister, all of you will pay a very big price at the appropriate time. Wait until our prime minister and Amazin Nandikano rejoins us. Then we go treat on a fuck up one after the other. Professors, my foot. So I thank all of you this morning for joining me. Yes, so all the saboteurs, they go collect water. They are going to collect big time. No escape route for any of them. No escape route for any of them. They are going to pay the prices for their sabotage against our people. More importantly, they went and changed the account, a government account, without the consent of the acting prime minister. It's a criminal activity. You change account without the consent of the head of a government. It is a criminal act. They are going to pay at the appropriate time. Biafrans, I want you to continue to support this government. I want you to continue to support OGOJA. He is doing exceptionally well. And by special grace of Chukwu EFIK-IBIBIO, very soon our Prime Minister, our leader will rejoin us. And then we are going to demonstrate to the world that we are here and there is nothing that can change our freedom from coming. So I appreciate every one of you who joined me this morning. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate every one of you that was part of that fundraising last night. You guys are amazing. I love you all. I beat my chest and say you guys are Biafran. You demonstrated your love for your nation. You demonstrated that you want freedom. So I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I also want to use this opportunity to appreciate the Biafran Defense Forces. They should continue their work. They should continue to defend our land. Freedom is knocking on the road. Freedom is very close. Nobody should be weakened by what is happening. Nobody should be weakened at all. We are winning big time. So I appreciate every one of you. I want to use the opportunity as well to thank our acting Prime Minister, OGOJA. He must stand his ground, standing very strong for our people. We appreciate you so much. I also appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpanjoku. We are waiting for you very soon. The same thing applies to our leader, Mazi Nandikano. We thank you guys for what you people have done for us, giving us hope in the midst of hopelessness, in the midst of Nigerian government plans to annihilate us from the face of this very earth. Mazi Nandikano gave us the platform. Mazi Simon Ekpa strengthened it. And here we are fighting to make sure that we are free from the terrorist Nigerian state. And in no distant time, it is going to emerge big time. And we all are going to rejoice in the land of our ancestors. So wonderful people, lovers of freedom, I thank you for joining me as well. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so right now. Like, share, and subscribe this video so that our people can always get information from the right source. And let me tell you, if you want to get information, correct information about our government, you can only get it here, or you get it at the handle of our information minister, Mazi Soni Akbarawa, or you come onto space. Any question at all, anything at all that is bothering you, that you want to know, call it funding, call it government policies, call it Biafran Charter, call it the bylaws of Biafra. We are going to let you know, we are going to explain it to you in the very simplest language for you to understand. That is why we are here. That is why we are going to be exceptional We are going to be a different government altogether when Biafra is eventually restored. So I appreciate every one of you who joined me this morning. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bless each and every one of you. And if you have not joined to support this government, what will you gain? Your land is under siege. The Fulanis want to take over our land. And you are sitting on the fence. You don't want to support. You don't want to join. You have yourself to blame, because when the Fulanis come to your land, they are going to take away your life. You have an opportunity of protecting yourself right now. We have the Biafran Defense Forces who are protecting our land. You have to now join hands to support them so that they can have the logistics to protect you and protect our borders. Very, very important. So having said that, see you next time until I come your way. Remain blessed and happy Sunday from here. Umu Chineke ndewonu. Airborne to the Biafran Defense Forces. Bye for now. I mean, is it up to 1,000?